Hey guys, welcome back to Tianshi Recaps. I'm your host Tianshi. Today we're diving into a chilling horror film called Spirit Doll. But before we summon the story, make sure you like, subscribe, and light a candle, you might need it. Let's begin. The movie starts with a car driving through a deep and quiet forest. The road is narrow, and the trees around look old and lifeless. After a while, the car reaches an old, lonely house in the middle of the forest. Outside the house, there are dozens of creepy dolls scattered around. Some are hanging, some are sitting, and all of them look broken and lifeless, but strangely alert. Inside the house, a weird man is doing a ritual with a doll. He whispers something while staring at the doll. Then, out of nowhere, a glowing fireball-like force shoots out from the house. The scene then changes to a peaceful house. On a table, there's a photo frame showing a smiling woman with her daughter. The daughter is holding the same doll that was just used in the ritual. That night, the woman from the photo, Dara, is seen holding a creepy doll. She ties it with a rope and lowers it into an old, deep well. After dropping the doll inside, she closes the lid and starts walking away. But suddenly, the well's wooden door slams by itself. Dara turns back, confused and scared. She slowly walks toward the well and opens it again. When she looks inside, the doll is no longer there. As she leans in further to get a better look, a ghostly hand reaches out from the darkness and grabs her. She is pulled into the well in an instant. At that moment, a man's voice is heard saying, "Perfect cut." The scene turns out to be part of a film shoot. Dara is the lead actress, and the well scene was meant to be part of the horror movie. But something is wrong. Even after the director says cut, Dara does not come out of the well. The crew rushes to check and finds her unconscious at the bottom. Laura, a local shaman, performs a ritual near Dara's body. After chanting and using her tools, a dark spirit is drawn out of Dara. The moment the ghost leaves her body, Dara finally wakes up, breathing heavily and terrified. The director wanted the movie to feel as real as possible. That is why he used an actual haunted doll for the shoot. He believed it would bring something special to the film. That is what caused Dara's possession. A few days later, Dara is seen getting ready for the film's promotion event. She brings her daughter along with her to the event. Dara is divorced from her husband Rafi and is now in a relationship with another man, Darius. He is the one who gave her the chance to act in the film. Dara seems happy with her new life, but her daughter Nikon is still adjusting. At the movie promotion event, Nikon walks around and notices a setup showing the old well and the same creepy doll used in the film. As she watches it, the doll suddenly disappears. Nikon becomes frightened. She runs to her mother, but Dara tells her the event will take time to finish and asks her to wait patiently. Nikon waits alone, holding her doll. Suddenly, her doll falls to the ground on its own and starts to move by itself. Curious and nervous, Nikon follows it into a nearby room. Inside, she sees the ghost doll from the film. Behind it, on the wall, the shadow of something much larger appears. A demon-like figure is standing there. Terrified, Nikon screams. Maid hears her and rushes in. When she enters the room, the demon shadow is gone. The maid comforts Nikon and takes her back home. That night, Nikon sleeps with her doll beside her. But strange things begin to happen. She hears strange sounds and wakes up. The lights start flickering and the door handle fastly begins to move. She feels like someone is standing right in front of her, but when she looks, no one is there. Scared, she throws her bedsheet and sees the shape of someone standing close. She quickly pulls the sheet down and looks, but still sees no one. As she turns around, the demon is standing right behind her. Nikon lets out a scream of pure terror. While all of this is happening, Dara is at home with Darius. They are getting intimate. Outside the window, her daughter Nikon is watching them. She looks heartbroken, and next to her, standing silently in the shadows, is the ghost. That night, Nikon shouts at Dara, accusing her of cheating on her father. Nikon says she doesn't like her mother and runs off in anger. Dara chases after her, trying to calm her down and explain everything, but Nikon refuses to listen. As they argue on the staircase, something unseen grabs Nikon's leg. She falls down the stairs and hits her head hard. Blood starts to pour from the wound. Dara screams and rushes her to the hospital, but it is already too late. Nikon is declared dead. Soon after, Dara's ex-husband Rafi arrives at the hospital. He is devastated and furious. He blames Dara for their daughter's death. The next day, Nikon's funeral is held. Family and friends gather to say goodbye. During the ceremony, Dara suddenly sees something strange. Niken's chest moves slightly, as if she is breathing. Dara shouts, saying her daughter is alive. She runs to her body, trying to wake her up, but everyone around tries to stop her and calm her down. Laura the shaman, who once helped Dara before, arrives and chants a powerful mantra. This calms Dara, who eventually stops struggling. With heavy hearts, they bury Niken's body. Dara places her daughter's favorite blue doll on the grave before walking away. After losing her daughter, Dara falls into deep depression. She cannot eat, sleep, or even work. She stays locked in her room, crying every day thinking about Niken, blaming herself for everything. She decides to end her life. One night, she swallows a large number of sleeping pills, hoping to be reunited with her daughter in death. Luckily, her close friend Jenny arrives just in time and saves her. Dara, weak and crying, tells Jenny that she only wanted to see her daughter again. Jenny holds her and says this is not the way. She tells Dara there might be another way to connect with Niken. Jenny then takes Dara to meet a wizard who is known for dealing with spirits. This leads back to the opening scene of the film where a car was driving into a dark forest. As they drive, Dara notices her daughter's favorite blue doll is lying on the seat next to her. Dara is confused and shocked because she had placed that same doll on Niken's grave. But before she can say anything, they arrive at the wizard's house. The wizard is an old and strange-looking man. His body is covered in burned scars, as if he has survived something dangerous. He says he can help Dara speak to her daughter again. He gives her a glass of water, saying it is holy, and begins the ritual. A glowing fireball shoots out during the ritual. Then the wizard brings out a strange object. It is a tree root, but shaped like a doll. He begins chanting again, and finally places the root doll inside a wooden box. He tells Dara that with this box, she can speak to her daughter whenever she wants. Dara takes the box, unsure if she should believe him. But as soon as she steps outside, she throws the root doll away. She doesn't believe in magic or rituals and walks away thinking it's all just nonsense. Meanwhile, at her home, Laura the shaman is performing a ritual. Everything is calm until suddenly one of her ritual dolls falls to the ground by itself. Laura freezes. She senses something is wrong. Something bad is about to happen. Back at her house, Dara returns after meeting the wizard. She finds Rafi waiting outside. He has come to collect something that belonged to their daughter Niken, something to remember her by. Dara hands him Niken's favorite blue doll, then quickly sends him away. She still cannot handle seeing him or talking about what happened. Later, Dara gets a call from Darius, the movie director, and her current partner. He invites her to another movie promotion event. What Dara doesn't know is that Darius is not alone. He is secretly with another woman. He is cheating on Dara behind her back. The next morning, Dara wakes up and notices the same creepy doll used in the movie shoot is now standing at her bedroom door. She is shocked. The maid finds it outside the house and brings it in, saying she doesn't know who left it there. Dara immediately feels disturbed by the doll's presence. She doesn't want anything to do with it, so she throws the doll into the dustbin outside. But as she walks away, the dustbin lid starts slamming by itself. Dara turns around confused, opens the lid, and looks inside. Just then, she hears a soft voice calling her. It says, "Mother." Tears fill Dara's eyes. She lifts the doll out of the bin, hugs it gently, and takes it inside. From that moment on, Dara begins treating the doll as if it were her real daughter. She sees something no one else can see. While to others, it's just a lifeless doll, to Dara it looks exactly like her daughter Niken. To the world, she's holding a toy, but in her eyes, her daughter has come back. Dara's bond with the doll grows stronger. But it's more than just love. Her daughter's ghost is actually communicating with her. Dara feeds the doll, plays with it, and even talks to it. In her eyes, she's spending time with her daughter Niken. The housemaid silently watches Dara's strange behavior. She is terrified but never questions anything. She just keeps doing her work, pretending not to notice what's happening. Later, there's a success meet organized for Dara's movie. Dara attends the event and shockingly brings the doll with her. During the event, an interviewer asks Dara how she managed to overcome the loss of her daughter. Dara calmly replies, "No, my daughter is still with me." The interviewer is confused and doesn't know how to respond. Just then, a young woman stands up from the crowd. She is the same girl Darius had been secretly seeing behind Dara's back. She boldly asks if she will be getting the lead role in the sequel to Dara's film. The ghost inside the doll becomes angry that he is cheating on Dara. Darius quickly takes the woman outside and yells at her, asking why she's acting like this. He tells her that he already promised to give her the role. At that moment, Dara arrives. She looks at that woman coldly and says, "This is what he do. He just use women like me." Then she walks away, leaving him speechless. At Dara's home, 2 makeup artists are waiting. When Dara enters, she surprises them by saying, "Do makeup for the doll too." One artist begins working on Dara, while the other, clearly annoyed, starts with the doll. He mutters to himself he's done makeup for big celebrities and now he's stuck working on a toy. As he begins washing the doll's hair, something horrifying happens. Out of nowhere, his hands are suddenly covered in worms. Disgusted and panicked, he rushes to clean them. When he turns back, he freezes. In place of the doll, he now sees a ghost standing there staring at him. Terrified, he shuts his eyes tightly. When he opens them again, the ghost is gone. The doll is sitting there like nothing happened. Still shaken, he slowly approaches and gently touches the doll's cheek to see if it's really just a toy. Suddenly, the ghost appears again and bites his finger. He jumps back in fear, but then realizes nothing has happened. It was just an illusion. The doll hasn't moved, but the fear is real. Later, Dara's friend Jenny comes to visit and is shocked to see how close Dara has become to the doll. She gently tells Dara, "You need to let go. This isn't healthy, the doll is not Niken." But Dara lashes out. She yells at Jenny, "Don't you dare try to separate me from my daughter," and tells her to leave the house immediately. That night, Dara sleeps with her head resting on the doll's lap, just like a child would with their mother. The doll reaches the film director, Darius. He's relaxing alone in a steam bath when Niken's ghost suddenly appears in front of him. Terrified, he tries to escape, but the door is locked. The heat inside the room rises quickly. He screams, but no one hears. The temperature keeps increasing until he is burned alive inside. That night, the maid returns to Dara's house and sees the doll sitting silently. She walks over to move it, but realizes it's not the doll. It's Niken's ghost eating raw flesh. Horrified, the maid runs and locks herself in a room. She quickly calls Rafi, telling him that Dara is speaking to the doll and it's actually a ghost. Outside the room, Niken's ghost knocks, trying to get in. But behind the maid, something worse is already there. The demon silently appears and attacks her. The call ends and Rafi doesn't understand what she meant. He is with his pregnant girlfriend who tries to speak with him, but he doesn't listen. Later at Dara's home, she's fast asleep. The doll stands over her. When Dara opens her eyes, the demon is standing right over her. It enters her body, possessing her completely. Now the truth is revealed. The spirit inside the doll was never Niken. It was the demon all along. And this demon is the one responsible for Niken's tragic fate. Now possessed by the demon, Dara calls Rafi. She calmly says she doesn't remember anything and wants to live together again like before. Her voice sounds sweet, but something feels off. Still, Rafi believes her and immediately leaves his home. At the same time, Dara's another friend, Jendi's, goes to visit the shaman Laura. But the house is dark and strangely silent. As she walks inside, blood falls on her head. She looks up and is horrified to see Laura's body pinned to the ceiling with a knife. Jendi's is shocked but notices a handwritten letter left behind by Laura. She takes the letter with her. Rafi arrives at Dara's house but finds no one there. As he looks around, he hears a strange noise coming from the fridge. When he opens it, he's horrified to see the maid's severed head inside. Just then, Jendi's arrives with the letter she found at Laura's house. It's a letter addressed to Dara from the shaman. As Rafi reads it, the shocking truth is revealed. The ghost inside the doll was never Niken. It was a dark spirit that became attached to Dara. It wanted to stay close to her, and to do that, it removed Niken from her life. The shaman Laura tried to banish the spirit, but it was too powerful and couldn't be stopped. While Rafi is still processing this, he suddenly receives a message from Dara asking him to meet her at a villa. He leaves for the location. At the same time, Rafi's girlfriend receives a message from an unknown number. It says that Rafi has gone to meet Dara and is cheating on her. Angry, she also decides to head to the villa. At the villa, Dara is seen cooking a special meal for Rafi. But something about her looks completely off. She is clearly possessed. Outside the house, in a parked car, Jenny is sitting with the same wizard who once performed the ritual. And here the shocking truth is revealed. Everything that happened to Dara was not a random haunting, it was all planned by Jenny. Jenny had always wanted Dara's life. She was jealous of her fame, her family, and especially her husband Rafi. After Niken's death, Jenny took advantage of Dara's grief and tricked her into visiting the wizard. There she performed black magic and tried to bind Dara with a cursed doll. But Dara threw the doll away, which ruined the original plan. Still, Jenny didn't stop. With the help of the wizard, she summoned a more powerful demon and sealed it inside a new doll, placing it back in Dara's house. That's when the real horror began. Shaman Laura sensed the dark presence and tried to help, but Jenny got rid of her to protect her secret. It is also revealed that in the past, when Rafi and Dara were having problems and nearly divorced, Jenny tried to get close to Rafi. But he rejected her and fell in love with another woman, his current girlfriend, who is now pregnant. Fueled by jealousy and revenge, Jenny decided to destroy all three: Dara, Rafi, and his new partner. Rafi's girlfriend arrives at the villa and finds a doll. She picks it up and heads upstairs, where Dara, still possessed, demands her daughter back. The girl refuses and says, "This isn't your daughter, it's just an illusion," then throws the doll to the ground. Dara becomes furious and screams, making the girl fall down the stairs. Dara floats down with a knife, ready to attack. Just then Rafi arrives and stops her. He holds her and says, "That's not our daughter. Try to remember." Dara suddenly recalls Niken and faints. To end it all, Rafi tries to burn the doll, but it attacks him. He kicks it into the fire, and the cursed doll is finally destroyed. Dara wakes up, and as she and Rafi try to leave, Jenny shows up. Now aware of the truth, Dara confronts her. Jenny tries to stab Dara, but Rafi steps in and takes the hit, dying in front of her. Jenny comes at Dara again, but Rafi's girlfriend stabs Jenny from behind, saving her. Only Dara and the girlfriend survive. In the end, the Dark Wizard is seen wandering through the villa searching for something mysterious. 7 months later, Rafi's girlfriend gives birth to a beautiful baby. Dara visits her, and girlfriend hands the baby to her, saying, "I can't raise the baby alone, can you help me?" Dara smiles warmly and holds the child in her arms. But in the final scene, we see Dara sitting quietly with the same haunted doll. So Dara never fully recovered, and the cursed doll was never really destroyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the movie recap. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more creepy stories. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and stay spooky. Bye.